baby, listen to me speaking. No matter who, just say the word. No matter who, just say the word. Love and love.
Welcome back to another video. I'm going to do a short series on the attachment-specific challenges that you have to do to unlock Atomic, starting with assault rifles. So first up we have the Survivalist challenge, where you have to get 100 ADS kills with the Rapid Barrel 7.62 30-round mag and the VDD Precision Stock. I use the SMLE pistol grip to increase sprint to fire speed and hipfire accuracy, since the precision stock reduces hipfire accuracy. For proficiency, you could either run sleight of hand or vital, depending on how much damage you want to do. Always run fully loaded for your kit, so you always start out with max ammo. And fabric grip is for sprint to fire, ADS speed, and hipfire recoil recovery. Next up we have the Mind Games challenge, where you have to get 100 headshots using the Precision Barrel, the 30 Russian Short 30-round mag, and the Vital Proficiency. I use this setup. Usually with this challenge I was also trying to knock out long shots, and if you add on the SVT 3x6 scope, it helps get those headshots. And finally we have the Death Artist challenge, where you have to get 100 kills while moving using the 30 Russian Short 20-round mag, tactical stock, and pressure proficiency. For this one I used this setup. You can use whatever optic suits you, or no optic. Always run fully loaded again, fabric grip, and the SMLE pistol grip for sprint to fire speed. You can also use whatever muzzle you like. I use the cord muzzle brake to increase accuracy. If you're trying to get long shots, you can use the stabilizer, or if you're trying to remain concealed, you can use the silencers. For the next weapon we have the Automaton. We are going to look at the Survivalist challenges first, where you have to get 100 kills while moving using the 6.5mm Sakura 45-round mag, the skeletal stock, and the spotter proficiency. For this class I use these attachments, the Ready Grip instead of the SMLE grip for the underbarrel, to increase sprint to fire speed and ADS speed, the fabric grip to increase sprint to fire speed, the fully loaded kit, so you always have max ammo. You can use whatever optic you like. I prefer the Nylar Model 47. The barrel, you can also use whichever you like to help with this challenge. I prefer the sniper barrel, since it adds bullet velocity and range and accuracy. If you wanted to try to go for hip fires with this, it would be ideal to run more hipfire friendly attachments, such as the Carver foregrip or the Pine Tar grip, and that would help get the kills while moving challenges done. For the Mind Games challenge, you have to get 100 kills while ADS using the Sniper Barrel, the Broadsword stock, and the Frenzy proficiency. So these are the attachments that I run when working on the Mind Games challenge. You can change out the optic, and this challenge is pretty perfect for your long shots you have to get. You can make a few minor changes to the muzzle or underbarrel to assist with any recoil if necessary. For the Death Artist challenge, you have to get 100 long shots using the ZAC 600mm BFA barrel, the 6.5 Sakura 75-round mag, and the Anastasia padded stock. So these are the attachments that I usually run with that. You can kind of compound your challenges. If you haven't already completed your long shots, you can complete them during this challenge or the previous challenge. So next up we have the Itra Burst. For the Survivalist challenge, you have to get 100 hipfire kills with the Emerito 180mm 02BI barrel, 8mm Klaus 12-round fast mag, and the skeletal stock. For this challenge, these are the attachments I use: the carver grip to increase hipfire accuracy, pine tar grip for also hipfire accuracy, and then I'm not sure if the sleight of hand reload quickness stacks on the fast mag. It didn't seem like it made a difference to me, so I use Vital just to help get the kills. So for the Mind Games challenge, you have to get 100 ADS kills with the Repeata barrel, the adjustable stock, and Surveil proficiency. So this is the attachments that I use for that. You can switch out the muzzle, you can switch out the underbarrel for more ADS and sprint to fire speed. Obviously you want to run that grip for sprint to fire speed. And then fully loaded for max ammo. This barrel increases fire rate, so you may have to use a different muzzle to counteract that. But otherwise, these are the attachments that I used. Works great for stacking with the long shot challenge as well. So for the Death Artist challenges, you have to get 100 kills after recently aiming down sights with the 6.5mm Sakura 20-round mag, the grip stock, and the quick scope proficiency. It's a little unclear as to how soon after aiming down sights you have to get kills, but I treat it like quick scoping with sniping, so it's relatively easy to get. The class really doesn't change much from the previous class, aside from the required attachments, and these are the attachments that I use to get those challenges done. Up next we have the BAR, which is one of my favorite weapons in real life. You need, for the Survivalist challenge, you need 100 long shot kills with the XL barrel, the pistol grip custom stock, and the discard proficiency. You can stack these with the long shot kills you have to get regardless with every weapon, and these are the attachments I used. If you don't have the BMG 30 round or 20 round mags, you can use the 30-06 12 round fast mag, and it still will take out enemies in a couple shots. You can change out the muzzle or the underbarrel for whichever suits you. I chose the ready grip for sprint to fire and ADS speed, the cord muzzle brake for accuracy. You can use recoil booster, which helps a lot with this weapon since it has a very slow fire rate. And then for fully loaded on the kit, you have to run it to ensure you have maximum ammo. Next we have the Mind Games challenge, which requires 100 bullet pin kills using the 50 BMG 20 round mag, the Cooper SP stock, and the driller proficiency. This challenge was something. It was very challenging depending on what map you were on. But these are the attachments that I used to complete the challenge. Recoil booster, since the 50 BMG ammo lowers your fire rate, and then all the other ones are pretty standard. The fabric grip, ready grip. And finally we have the Death Artist challenge, where you have to get 100 kills while moving with the scythe barrel, the 8mm Klauser 20 round mag, and the acrobatic proficiency. These are the attachments that I used. Pretty standard across all these challenges, aside from the specific ones you have to use. This one is, you can build for hip fire, and that helps a lot with kills while moving. And that's the last of the challenges for the BAR. For the next weapon we have the AS-44. For the Survivalist challenge, you need 100 hipfire kills with the Empress 400mm barrel, the 30 Russian short, the 60 round mag, and the steady proficiency. These are the attachments that I used. I like the Mercury silencer on high fire rate weapons because it adds significant recoil control in my opinion. The Carver foregrip to increase hipfire accuracy, pine tar grip for hipfire accuracy. Remove stock again adds hipfire accuracy and increases movement speed. And you really don't need an optic, I just leave this on here because that's the optic I like using. And then you want to run FMJ to run through any walls and fully loaded for your kit. Up next we have the Mind Games Challenge, where you need 100 ADS kills with the 650mm precision barrel, the 7.62 MMR 30-round mag, and the ZAC 12A stock. These are the attachments that I used for that challenge. I changed out the underbarrel for the ready grip for sprint to fire and ADS speed, fabric grip for ADS speed, and proficiency for sleight of hand because it's very useful. And finally we have the Death Artist challenges, where you need 100 kills while crouched or prone with the Falchion A barrel, the Kovaleska custom stock, and the Disable proficiency. These are the attachments that I used. You can swap out the muzzle for any muzzle you want, and the rest is pretty similar to the other challenges. That's the last challenge, at least attachment specific challenge for this weapon. For the next weapon we have the NZ41, and for the Survivalist challenge you need to get 100 headshot kills with the Orb Weaver 360mm BC barrel, the MK3 SC stock, and the Defender proficiency. These are the attachments that I used for the rest. The recoil booster, since this weapon also has a slower fire rate, the ready grip for sprint to fire and ADS speed, fabric grip for sprint to fire and ADS speed. For the proficiency, since there's no sleight of hand, I went with pen to assist with trying to get kills before you get killed. And then the trusty G16 optic. For the Mind Games challenge, we have 100 ADS kills with the Ravenwood 480mm No. 2 barrel, the 303 British 20-round fast mag, and the acrobatic proficiency. I changed up a few of the attachments, mainly the stock. I went with the Orb Weaver folding to increase the sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. I changed the kit to fully loaded, and the rest are pretty standard. You can change out the muzzle for one that helps you a little more with recoil control if necessary, but this weapon really doesn't have a whole lot of recoil. And finally we have the Death Artist challenge that requires 100 kills without taking damage from that enemy with the Orb Weaver custom barrel, the 8mm Klauser 30-round mag, and the Orb Weaver folding stock. So these are the other attachments that I used to complete this challenge. You can use any proficiency you like, whether you want to use pinned or frenzy if you're running on core to keep your kill streaks up. And yeah, that completes the NZ41 challenge attachment specific challenges. And finally, for the assault rifles that I use to get atomic, we have the Cooper Carbine. For the Survivalist challenge, you need 100 ADS kills with the 22-inch Cooper Custom barrel, the Cooper Custom padded stock, and the hard scope proficiency. So these are the other attachments that I used. Again, I used Mercury Silencer because it, in my opinion, adds significant recoil control. If you're trying to use this to stack on your long shots, you can add in the F8 stabilizer, which will help with the damage range. And if you're having some issues with recoil control, you can add in a different underbarrel or rear grip if necessary. Next we have the Mind Games challenge, which requires 100 headshots using the 18-inch Ragdoll G45 barrel, the 9mm 60-round drum, and the Vital proficiency. The Vital proficiency helps a lot with this challenge since the 9mm 60-round drum reduces your damage and bullet velocity. So you can also change your ammo type to run lengthened if you're trying to get into a little bit longer range engagements. But these are the rest of the attachments that I used to complete that challenge. And finally we have the Death Artist challenge, which requires 100 close range kills with the 8-inch Ragdoll short barrel, the 30 carbine 20-round mag, and the Cooper 45 RS stock. these are the rest of the attachments that I used. You can swap out Vital for any other proficiency if you like, since there is not a sleight of hand proficiency with this weapon. The Icy Veins works pretty good. Tight Grip works really well if you're in continuous short range combat. And yeah, those are the challenges I used to complete. Those are the attachments I used on the assault rifles to complete Diamond Assault Rifle. Please stay tuned for the next video, which will go over the pistol class. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. We are going to be working on the attachment specific challenge breakdown, and I'm going to try to post some more sniping videos.